Hi guys, so it's Nicholas here, and I know it's been a little while since my last video, but today's video is actually going to be on the BMW E31 8 Series, as the title suggests. So, the 8 Series kind of stems, if you look at styling, definitely from the M1. You have pop-up headlights, which are actually only seen in the M1 and the 8 Series E31. No other BMW aside from, there's a Z generation that I believe also has pop-ups. I not entirely sure. It was also the same way a very special car. But the 8 Series was created to replace the 6 Series, which I know we have a video on that, which was canceled in the 1990s, and that's when it was replaced with the 8 Series. A lot of people... The 6 Series is a beautiful car, but a lot of people consider it definitely more of a classic car than compared to the 8 Series, which has a lot more modern amenities. It has the radios, the air conditioning. Of course, the 6 Series has that, but the 8 Series has ABS, traction control. I believe it was the first car to have Vanos on it. It was just a very, very advanced car for the era, and styling was also very advanced. It was clean and smooth, but not too clean to the point where it doesn't have any style. You notice it has a little bit of excess with its quad-tip exhausts and other things like the pop-ups. Of course, pop-ups are very extravagant. Not anymore, but at that time they were, as not many cars really had pop-up headlights just yet. The car, you could get a few different models. You could get the 840, which I believe was a later generation. When it first came out, you could only get the 850. And the 850 had a V12 in it. And it was big V12. It sounds amazing. It runs amazing. You know, obviously service is going to be a little questionable because it's a V12, but it's a good engine overall. But it produced a measly around 300 horsepower and around 350 foot-pounds of torque, so it was not a very powerful engine. It was definitely more pushed towards a more luxury and comfortable feel than being a super sporty race car. Now, not everyone wants a V12 car. So, later on, they ended up producing the 840 CI, which stands for coupe, obviously. I have a E46 330 CI. Back in the day, CI stood for their coupe models. Now, there's not really a difference. Now, the CI, the 840 CI, had a V8. I believe it was similar to the V8 found in the 1990s M5, the late 1990 M5, that had the V8 in it, but it was detuned a little bit to be more luxurious and smoother than prioritizing speed and horsepower ratings over the M5. Later on, they would also go to produce the 850 CSI, which is a V12 that was tuned to produce more power. It had better brakes, better technology, and it was just a newer, and it was about as close as you would ever get to an M8. Now, early in the video, I showed a picture of the M8, and that was purely a concept, but you could see it has wider fender arches. It's a much more powerful car than what they ever came out with. There were actually, ironically, compared to a lot of other BMWs, there was a lot of cars that didn't come out. Like there was an 8 Series convertible, an M8, a lot of versions that they never really got around to. Overall, the 8 Series is arguably one of BMW's most beautiful cars. So I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit about the E31 BMW 8 Series. Thank you for watching.